Hey guys, so I suppose I'll do that review for you. I very rarely do reviews. I don't know, just for a lot of reasons. But today, I will do one, and it's on foundations. I've been sticking with the same one for a long time. And I just kind of decided to spice it up. This is the one I've been using. This is the CoverGirl. It's Aqua Smooth. The color I use is Ivory, which is, I'm pretty sure, their lightest color. As you can see, I'm kind of running out. I've gone through like 6 of these, if not more. They last probably a little over a month, maybe a month and a half. And for this, I use my dual fiber brush. I don't have the MAC dual fiber. This one is actually Glow Minerals. It's called Texture. This one cost me like 30 bucks. So it was definitely cheaper than the MAC brush, but sorry for my cold. I just take it and I swirl it around in there and then buff it onto my face. This is the one I was wearing today. Then I've got the Dream Liquid Mousse. This one I just got, and I really loved it at first. I've been using my MAC 190 to put it on. Just putting it directly onto the brush and then brushing it onto my face. And I really like this one. It does like the commercials say, and it covers over your pores. And it has pretty good coverage, but I'll get to that later. And then the last one is the Dream Matte Mousse. This one's definitely a funky kind of texture. It's the mousse foam, like, it's really squishy. It's kind of cool to just touch. And it goes on very matte. Like, as you can see, that spot on my hand has like no texture to it because it's just straight matte. So that's the cool feature about that. Now, comparing them, first of all, to compare coverage. Get the most coverage out of the Aqua Smooth, and it looks a lot less cakey. Looks really smooth, really nice. I really like the coverage on this one. The Dream Matte Liquid coverage is medium to heavy coverage, but it doesn't last very long. For me, I find that the coverage lasts about 4 hours. With the Aqua Smooth, I notice it lasts probably about 8 to 10 for me. And I have a really oily complexion, so it's pretty good. The Dream Matte Mousse is light coverage. For me, it's about the same as using like a powder. It doesn't cover a whole lot, but it stays pretty matte. It's cool for if I'm running to the grocery store, just put it on real quick, go to the grocery store, and it lasts my trip to the grocery store. For me, it doesn't last very long, and it doesn't cover much, so it doesn't do a lot of good for me. And then the other thing with how it lasts, Dream Liquid Mousse, for me, I notice I do put powder on after everything. With the mousse, I put it on with a brush. I put it on with a brush for most of them, but then when I go to touch it up, I use just the pad, which is gross, but whatever. I just use the pad out of the powder container. With the liquid mousse, I notice it's oily about 20 minutes later. You can start to see oil spots again. I haven't reapplied any powder today. I put it on at 10:30 this morning, and it's I think like 6:30, 7 o'clock now. So it's been on quite a while today. And I usually put powder on maybe once a day with the Aqua Smooth. With the Dream Matte Mousse, I notice I'm doing it about every hour and a half. And then I usually do my makeup around 8:30, 9 o'clock. By 4 or 5, it's starting to get where your pores are filled with foundation and everything else is nothing. So you look really splotchy. So that's a bummer. For the mousse, I usually use this brush to put it on, but because that's what I prefer. Sometimes I use my fingers, but I make sure to wash my hands first, just to get rid of some of that bacteria. So overall, I need to try the liquid mousse with some kind of base. I'm thinking with the matte base sometime, and see if that doesn't get rid of the problem for me being so oily. But I'd say my favorite is the CoverGirl. As far as cost, they're all about the same. This one's about $7. I think this one's like $8, and I think this one's about $7. So if you only need real light coverage and you're not oily, I definitely recommend this one. Not if you're dry, but if you're about normal to very minorly oily, I'd recommend this one. For this one, if you're dry to oily, to like very lightly oily, I'd try this one. And it also depends on how much you need to cover. This one's my favorite because, you know, I get the spotty breakouts sometimes, and it covers it. You don't really see it. Probably by now you can see like the couple that I have right now. But that's about it. It covers really well. Covers under eye circles. I usually just take my concealer brush, put a little more under my eyes, and it's perfect. So this one's gonna have to be my favorite for now. I guess I'll have to just keep playing with foundations and as I can afford them. So thank you for watching. Bye.